Today I wanted to talk to you about manipulation, and it actually starts with the same letter as the name of one YouTuber that goes by the name of Go Lightly. And today I just happened to go into the live chat in a moment of weakness, a little bit of pain in the knee. I had a hard time and I was just seeking escape. And then I saw live chat and I made a comment because she blocks people who make other comments. She blocks them from her channel. So I made okay, she wants to go to the park. You want to go to the park, don't you? Wants to go to the park. So what is the difference between like a dog pulling you to go to the park because that's what they want, or manipulation? Let me tell you what the difference is. Manipulation is when you really think how you can get somebody to do something for you as a strategy. Like, that's what you do. You just don't care. You don't see the other person. You just see what you want. Now, animals are not manipulative in that way because they don't have the ability to think anything else. They are dependent on us. So manipulation comes from a place of weakness. Manipulators are not strong people. If you're a strong person, you don't need to get other people to do things for you. You don't need admiration. You don't need that likes. You don't need the approval. Manipulators, it's like they don't have their own. It's like sort of like a parasite system. They thrive. Sorry to use that word, but they live off the blood of others. They're like ticks.
Oh no, I hate those.
They're like ticks, those parasites. This is like the blood of dogs. They take a ride on others and they don't really have their own. They can't function without other people admiring them or building their little ego or doing things for them. And there's the criminally manipulative, which is where we're at now, because it's really scary how someone can get money out of people. Sometimes we have family discussions of how fascist regimes continue, how people are willing to be fooled by leaders that take advantage of them. How is this possible? We're having elections soon, and whatever your political views are, it's a world where I see that a lot of manipulators are doing well. They manage to get people to vote for them again and again and again. And they do whatever they want. And this is one form of manipulation. And it brings me, I don't want to be going on into different directions, but I knew a person like that, and that's where it comes home to me. And I know people like that. I mean, I'm sure we all know manipulators in our lives. People that you just feel you're drawn into their drama, and you find yourself saying, hey, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this drama. I want to be in my place. And then you find yourself, it's like in the ocean, you find yourself swept into their little corner of the world. You find yourself going onto their YouTube channels again and again and again. Although I've never subscribed to this channel, but 21,000 people highly manipulated. What makes people willingly go towards manipulators? Weakness of both sides, and a need for drama, a need of relief, a need of escape. The world is not an easy place. Understatement of the year. There are many challenges in our lives, and unfortunately, YouTube, TV, movies, they encourage us to escape. I mean, just the word Netflix now makes me shudder. The fact that I once used to watch Netflix TV series and all sorts of horrible garbage that has nothing to do with intelligence or thinking, and has everything to do with escaping. So there seems to be a need of escaping. A friend of mine once said that in Rome, they provided bread and circus. So the leaders had to provide, ability for people to live, bread, and circus, entertainment, to take the mind of the masses off the troubles. Now, the better you are in manipulating the masses, the more strength you have. And while I wouldn't give too much power to this one woman, I know somebody so much like her. She was just, we met in this baby group. I was living in a foreign country. We were supposedly the same nationality, but we didn't have anything in common. I was highly educated. I came from a pretty solid financial situation. She came from a very poor family. She told me she had to clean staircases when she was 12 years old. A large family, very poor. And she learned to survive by manipulating. She saw that if she talks to people, gives them compliments, she gets them to do things for her. And I remember we went to this baby group made up of European women, and they would just cling to her. They would follow her like as if she was a girl. And she was not educated. She was rather stupid. She used to read stupid women magazines. That was her source. And she used to laugh at people. That's something like Molly Golightly. She used to laugh at people. Why did she laugh at people? Because deep in her heart, she really couldn't stand them. She manipulated them because she had a personality disorder, which told her that gave her a feeling of empowerment. She felt very weak. She had no education, no money from home, and her way of feeling empowered was to mock people that had more than her. And also getting to this, I can get money out of you. I can do this out of you. She didn't get money out of me because I was a small fish. We were not financially strong people. We're teachers and not really where the money comes from in that country. But I believe she did manage to manipulate people financially. And at one point, she really made my life all about her. When it wasn't, I had children, I had a husband, I had a family, I had a life, but it always became about her. So these kind of manipulators like Molly Golightly, they have the IQ of a shark. Now a shark, he thinks food, instant gratification. And the primitive brain of such animals cannot be analyzed. And I think the same thing goes with these crime channels. All these people making a lot of money from the tragedy of families. Can't even imagine. What makes people make money off misery? I don't get it. Then again, we have highly educated people in society, not life coaches, but psychologists, psychiatrists, who can't really help people. Most cases, they're unable to help people because they just lack the skills. Because, let's face it, studying in a university doesn't give you tools to understanding the human mind. I mean, I have a degree in psychology. Do I understand the human mind? No, but you know what it gave me, the psychology degree? The ability to think about different possibilities, about different variations. I also like science. So from science, I got the idea that to question things and to examine my own mind. Sometimes I do it too much, but it allows me this space of rationality, which is so lacking in all these life coaches online or people that have instant solutions. I had a woman at work. She always had slogans, and life is not about slogans. You have to have some ground rules, and if you don't mind me saying, one very important ground rule is don't take anything personally, and always realize that the person you're dealing with is doing what they can to survive, like this man. And if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable and is being vicious towards you, you disconnect. And if you connect to them, ask yourself why. Is this familiar to me?